One of my students, when I was making rounds, I noticed that she had just a little bit of a fearful, panic look on her eyes, but she was very calm, and she just mentioned very calmly, which you have to have in a code blue situation, Mr. Smith, there's something going on in here. Can you please come in? So when I went into the room immediately, she had identified that the patient was not breathing. She had checked the pulse. There was no pulse. You cannot do CPR if a patient has a pulse. She recognized that. She called in other members of the team also, which happened to be my students. So this student, along with 3 others, came in immediately. They were actively engaged with this patient. So after a couple seconds, and that's really all we had to get going, was a couple seconds, we were able to determine no pulse, no blood pressure, no respirations. We had a cyanotic patient on our hand, non-responsive to any stimuli that we did. So we began immediately to start CPR, and it was a little bit of a challenge because they're on a bed, so you've got to make sure the bed is firm to do the CPR. One of my students began it, another one ran and got the crash cart. We took the crash cart in there, got the ambu bag. Another one of my students using the ambu bag to give her respirations while another gave CPR. They worked in beautiful coordination that I just gently directed. They were totally engaged. We called 911, went back into the room. The ambulance was on its way, and after several minutes of CPR, ambu bag, I'm happy to say by the time 911 crew got there and kind of took over, they were able to see, yes, there's a faint pulse. They got an IV going. Blood pressure slowly came back up, respirations came back up. There's no doubt in my mind that if my students hadn't been so alert and so focused on their clinical, that this patient would not have made it. These are the kind of students that are going to be great nurses. This is what I'm looking for. Nursing students who change the world, really. When I first started teaching years ago, I said our goal was excellence. I've changed my mind. Now I want nurses to change the world, and these 4 did. So when you aim at perfection, you get excellence every single time. So again, I'm proud. They did it for themselves. They did it for the patient. They did it for their school. They did it based on us being a team. We work together as a team, as really we're a family. And sometimes when a team gets together, miracles happen. And I think one happened on this day. So I'm very proud of those 4 students.